We now proceed with the symbolic induction of our next president for 2018, President Dale Flood. Mr. Flood, will you please come forward? Mr. Flood, it is now my pleasure to symbolically induct you into the office of President of the American Welding Society for your term, which will take place effective January 1, 2018, by presenting you with your official gavel of the President and Chair of the Board of Directors of the American Welding Society, along with your presidential blazer and your AWS President's pin. Take your coat off. One more thing. Official gavel, sir. I present to you 2018 AWS President. You're on.
Greetings, everyone. I got a heartfelt, warm excitement to be here with you and my family today. There's great pleasure to have so many of them here in one place, and I would like my family to rise, if you would, please, and be recognized. Thank you. Like so many of you, they've traveled here from all over the country to join us. I'll never forget for a single moment that being chosen to fill the position of President of the American Welding Society is both a great privilege and a great responsibility. I'm proud of the AWS and proud to be here representing the society. Each and every one of you are the heart and the spirit of the welding industry, the men and the women who go out every day to do the work that we so much need and enjoy. It's strange, but I'm the first professional welder that I recall being president-elect of the AWS. Yes, I know how to weld. I'm pretty good. As a matter of fact, I've been welding so long that when I started, the movie that was out on the big screen at the time was Star Wars 5, The Empire Strikes Back. And for those of you who haven't been around long enough to remember, Vic Matthews actually had the light laser that Luke Skywalker used to defend the universe. You have no idea how fun the journey of nearly 40 years has been to start as a welder and now be in a ceremony, become president of the society. I want to tell you a little bit about the AWS. The roots of the American Welding Society stretch back to World War I, when the sudden demand for swiftly produced military equipment brought about the need for standardization of manufacturing industry. Welding, an evolving metal joining process, suddenly became very necessary to enhance the war effort. To ensure the industry took advantage of this technology, President Woodrow Wilson of the United States called upon Comfort A. Adams, a professor from Harvard University, to chair the Welding Committee of the Emergency Fleet Corporation. Welding performed well in the war effort, and its success motivated Adams to bring together the industry leaders for the purpose of merging the Welding Committee of the Emergency Fleet Corporation and the National Welding Council into a new organization. The purpose was to provide dependable and objective information on the developing welding technology. And on March 28, 1919, the American Welding Society was born, with Adams serving as the first president. Today, so many young people are being told that the only way to have a good career and have a rewarding life is by attending post-secondary college. This is not true. It's one way, but it's certainly not the only way. We need to tell these young people about welding as a career option, about welding engineering, metallurgy, being a CWI, owning a welding company, and employing others. We need to find these young people and ask them, do you want to do something exciting when you get out of bed each day? Because that's exactly what being involved in the field of welding has done for so many of us. One of the goals I have as president is to inform the welding industry about the importance of being involved with the AWS. Many people here believe that everybody knows about the society. But would it surprise you to hear that I was a welder in the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union for 18 years, welding primarily in nuclear power plants, before I learned enough about the AWS to realize its relevance? This is terrible. There are many excellent welders out there who don't even know the society exists. Each and every one of us need to spread the word about what AWS is all about. In a way, it's like a parent that nurtures, raises, and educates an entire industry. They take welders, engineers, professors, and scholars and show them how to advance their skill set to be more valuable to the industry and to our country. AWS is a source of information, the social networking, the standards used to build the country, and the certification necessary to make sure it's built correctly. We are the people who need to inform everyone else that we meet about the tremendously valuable resource, the American Welding Society. I look forward to working with all of you and many others in the industry throughout my presidential year. At the same time, let's all get out there and tell others about the value and enlightenment that AWS brings to all forms of joining in the manufacturing and construction industries. As I visit AWS sections during the year, and as I consult with welding industry leaders, both here and abroad, I'll be doing exactly that, ringing the bell for the value that AWS adds to the lives of those who perform welding and those who rely on it throughout the world. Before I close, I'd like to thank certain people in the society for being my close friends and mentors, and for helping me to reach the important position I'm about to undertake. Specifically, I appreciate the enduring support that was given to me by John Mendoza. He was the first person I recall suggesting that I should run as an officer. To Cassie Burrell and Bill Komlos for having the confidence in me to continually urge me to proceed. To Vic Matthews, as a past president, for nominating me as an officer. To my loving wife, Svetlana, for helping, supporting, and working with me on this venture. And finally, to my employer, TriTool, and all the employees who worked so diligently to support me financially through all the years of this undertaking. Thank you. Thank you very much.